Welcome to Sistah's Place Inspiration and Entertainment Show interviews with authors, celebs, and much more with hostesses Letrise Carter and Selena Haskins.
I am your hostess, Letrise Carter, along with my co-hostess, Selena Haskins. We are Sistah's Place podcast. Welcome to our special Class of 2020 tribute with our special guest speakers. We'll give you some powerful words of encouragement and nuggets that you can take with you along your journey. I welcome our guest speakers to the show who you will hear a little bit later. We welcome Aretha Miss Respect Tatum, Gina Wilson, Lorna L.A. and Dr. Archie Bouie II. Welcome to Sistah's Place podcast, guys. We are blessed to have you on our show today to celebrate the class of 2020. We also have an exclusive song that is premiering right here on Sistah's Place podcast. At the end of the show, we have exclusive rights for the premiere for Grammy Award-winning talented musical artist Shameia Crawford. She titled a song, I Made It, written by her and produced by Michael Magnedo7 Crawford. Not available yet for sale, but we're getting exclusive right here on Sistah's Place first. It's her special tribute to the class of 2020. I'm excited that we're getting the first rights to play it on our podcast.
And we are so looking forward to hearing that. As Letrise mentioned, today we celebrate the class of 2020, and congrats to all. Our guest speakers have walked the path you are about to partake on. Each generation's journey gets easier, and we want to prepare you by lifting your spirits and planting seeds of love, hope, knowledge, and strength to walk the path that will lead you to success.
That is absolutely right. So let us get right into our speakers' wise words, and we'll give shout outs to some amazing graduates from the class of 2020. We will also have shout outs throughout the weekend for graduates, for those parents who will tag us on our social media, Sistah's Place, with their child's graduation picture, and we will shout them out and promote them on our social media in tribute to them this weekend for the class of 2020.
Well, up first, we have Miss Aretha Tatum. She is a minister, the director of Courage Over Fear, an award-winning author, motivational speaker, and freelance writer. Aretha Tatum, welcome to Sistah's Place.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. Woohoo!
Yes, we're glad to have you.
Absolutely. So you can go ahead and share your powerful words with our class of 2020 graduates.
Woo! I am so happy and honored to be here with Sistah's Place to celebrate the class of 2020. And just wanted to take a moment to let them know that you are special. You are unique. Your life has a purpose. I'm also a filmmaker, so I'm a writer, director, producer, and I love personally to see the actors that I work with bring to life the characters that I have created. And when you watch TV or go to the movies, you'll see shows and films where actors portraying doctors, lawyers, firemen. You watch the professional athletes play football, basketball, tennis, and musicians who perform on stage at award shows and concerts, and we call them stars. But you are the star of your life. You have potential, so don't waste it. So you graduated, but as you go to the next level, I want to remind you that the choices you make now and from now on matter. You can make good choices, which can be an investment in your future, or bad choices, which can be destructive to your future. And of course, I love movies, and I want to give you an example. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it. There's a movie called Avengers Infinity War. And one of the characters, named Dr. Strange, he went forward in time to see all the different possible outcomes of the battle that they were in. And there was over 1 million possibilities. Why? Because every choice you make makes a difference. So remember that as you're going forward. Not only your choices, but the choices that the people you associate with can affect you as well. So choose wisely who you decide to hang around with and what you decide to do. Now, we all know education is important, but so is creativity. Everything that you see was created by someone. Believe it or not, when I was your age, there was no such thing as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube. There were no apps that people used to download. We couldn't download music. If we wanted to listen to music, we had to go to a place, and yes, I'm dating myself, called a record store. And at the record store, we would get an album or a 45 and play it on our record player. And but that doesn't exist anymore because now there's new forms of music which someone has created. So what you have to realize is creativity is in you. Open your mind to be creative. Don't forget you're creative, and don't feel bad about failure either. I want to emphasize that because I bet the very first computer that was made didn't work right the first time. They kept going until they got it right. So if you can think of something that can make things better, find out how you can bring that into existence. And at the same time, be flexible. If things don't work out one way, be open to try another way. So many people that you learned about in school, they didn't know for sure how their journey would go. Believe it or not, you have unlimited possibilities. I bet Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't decide as a child that he would be one of the leaders in the civil rights movement. Barack Obama didn't know as a child that he would be president of the United States, but he made the effort. He believed he could, and if he didn't, it would have never happened. So I know things are challenging right now, and the year 2020 has been a rough one so far. There was a children's show that I used to watch, and in that show they would use the word of the day, and they would use that word throughout the show in different sentences. I'm not going to use a word for the day, but I will use a letter for the day, and that letter is the letter P. Pay attention. You were pursuing your education when suddenly the world went on pause as a result of a pandemic. Some of you had to deal with the passing of someone you knew. You were put out of the schools and placed in your homes to finish out the school year. You had to fight off the panic that would rise up as you witnessed your parents try to figure this out. And soon as we finally got to a point when we thought we could start to pull things together, the world witnessed police brutality once again and saw a man murdered right before our eyes. This has led not only to protests, but pillaging. So you have been forced to deal with not only public health issues, but public safety issues as well. And I know many of you have felt discouraged. You thought, why my graduation year? I want to encourage you to stay positive. Don't give up. Prioritize your goal. Make a plan for execution and know that you have a place and a purpose on this planet. Maintain your peace and praise your way through. So now that I made my point, allow me to proceed. You've already experienced a lot. We all have. Some things you need to hold on to, and there's some things you need to let go of. I remember when I was in first grade, I had to use the washroom, and the teacher wouldn't let me go. And unfortunately, I went on myself. You talk about embarrassing, but I couldn't allow to make an incident like that make me insecure. I had to let it go. In the 6th grade, we had to memorize the parts of speech. There were, at the time, 52 prepositions, and we had to memorize all 52 in alphabetical order. We had to memorize the parts of speech and learn that a noun is a person, place, a thing. A pronoun takes the place of a noun. An adjective describes a noun or pronoun object. It tells which, what kind of, how many verbs or actions of being words. Only verbs have tense, conjunctions, join and unite. Words, ideas, or phrases, and or, but, for, nor are the most common. I held on to that. In high school, I had an English teacher who said to me, I expect great things from you. And I held on to that. So some things you need to hold on to, and some things you need to let go of. And fear is something you need to let go of. Don't allow fear to stop you. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of what other people think. There's a book by Marianne Williamson called A Return to Love. And in there is a familiar passage that says, our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It goes on further down to say, as we are liberated from our fear, our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So what does that mean? Whether you believe it or not, someone is watching you. Someone is paying attention to the things you say and the things you do. So if you're always fearful and scared, you sometimes will cause others to be the same. But if you stand strong with confidence, your confidence and your positive attitude will encourage others as well. And you don't need social media to be an influencer. So I always say a superhero has to have a theme and a theme song. So every year I pick a song as my theme for the year. And when I'm having a bad day or a down moment, I'll play the song or I'll think of the song in my head, and it reminds me that I can make it. And you need to do that too. You can move forward no matter what. So when you face negative people who are trying to put you down, to try to discourage you, tell them you are a success story in progress. And you think, some of you might think that I'm not really good at anything, or I don't know what I want to do. Don't dwell on that. It just means you haven't discovered your superpowers yet, but you will. So you are a success story in progress. That means you are not here to be a failure. You are here to succeed in life. And succeeding in life is not about how much money you have, the clothes and the stuff you have. Being a success in life is knowing that your existence has added something great to the world, that you have done something to make someone else's life better, that you live with peace and with joy. So don't be fooled. There's some very rich and famous people that you may view as successful, but inside they are miserable, and you don't want that. I have been blessed to do some things that I didn't even think I would be able to do, but I'm still a success story in progress. So keep telling yourself, I'm a success story in progress. I don't get a do-over, but I'm going to move forward. 2020 is not over yet, so you need to expect great things. You just getting started. So make your plans, set your goals, use your creativity, be flexible, stay positive, and show the world how great you really are. You have been through the fire in 2020, but you have to expect to come out victorious. And as my English teacher said to me, I'm saying to each of you, I expect great things from you. Congratulations! Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Yes.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Aretha, for those wonderful words to the class of 2020. Up next is Gina Wilson. She is a double graduate from Florida State University. She holds a Bachelor's of Science in Finance and a Master's in Curriculum and Instruction with a concentration in English education. Welcome, Gina Wilson.
Good morning to the class of 2020. Miss Aretha is a hard act to follow. Get it done, because we all have our own talents and gifts. To the graduating class of 2020, I want to say, be prepared to give. Okay, to be a giver is to be in a position of abundance. Why do they say that it's better to give than it is to receive? That's because the giver has extra. The giver has more. The receiver is being blessed, yes, but the giver is in a position of excess, which is a blessing in and of itself. Your mind, your potential, your determination, they are all full and abundantly flowing right now. So we know that these caps and gowns that you wear, they're a symbol of your success. Those honor cords that you've racked up, they're an indication of all of the hard work you've done. Those stoles that you had special made with all of your activities going down them, those are the things that show the world what you did to go above and beyond. So even if your cap and gown stands bare and it's the only thing that you're wearing today and it doesn't have all those extra things, it does show your determination to succeed. Just that outfit alone means that you've sat in school for over 2,580 days and you've learned most of the things that they asked you to learn. That in and of itself is a gift, and it's worth giving. So all of these things that are presented to you, all of these things shout your ability and your abundance. So now that you're in a position to be a giver, the world absolutely needs your gifts. If we're to be a great community, if we are to be a great country, if we're to be a great society, we need your gifts, your special gifts. Don't let people make you think that your gifts are minimal. Nobody appreciates the guy that puts Cokes into the machine until there are no Cokes in the machine and it's 100-degree day. That's when his job is the most important thing in the world. Everybody has something that they can contribute. So whether you're great at numbers, whether you're a budding scientist, whether you're good at speaking life into people through teaching, whether you're a good driver, a good reader, a good prayer, whatever your gift is, give it, and give it with abundance. The abundance that you've stored away and saved up, now's the time. Okay, be sure to replenish your gift often. You do that with continuing education. You do that with continually learning and honing your craft. Be grateful and mindful of others and their gifts, because remember, our gifts are meant to work together, interlocking like a puzzle. And always, always, always leave kind words behind you. Make sure that you are building life into others so that they too can continue to give their gifts. To the class of 2020, I say that you are in a position to be the biggest and the best givers that this world has ever seen. Continue to do great things, and God bless each and every one of you.
Thank you so much, Gina, for those very encouraging words to our graduates. I feel inspired myself, so yes. I can just imagine how our graduates are feeling right now. Thank you again.
Absolutely.
Up next, we're going to have Dr. Archie Bouie II. He is the Vice President of Finance and Administration at the historic Tougaloo College. I hope I said that right. He is the founder and CEO of the Patrick Cook Group and published author of Invisible Leadership, The Intangibles Matter. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Dr. Archie Bouie.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, class of 2020. Listen, you've done it. You've made it. You've reached a major milestone in your life, and we celebrate you on today as all other days. Listen, I won't be before you long. I just want to share a couple of life hacks with you that have helped me make it through my life, and I hope it helps you make it through yours. First thing I want to share with you, listen, I know you've worked hard and you're going to continue to work hard, and there are going to be some things that you acquire as you continue to work through life and pick up those accolades and different things like that. Hopefully you'll make a ton of money, be able to share with your parents and family and friends and be able to help them along the way as you help yourself. But there's one thing I want you to know. There are things in our life that we definitely can own, and there are things in our life that we do not own. You do not own, contrary to popular belief, you do not own your home. That's right. You heard me say it. You do not own your home. You pay for it. Whether you do a 15-year, 30-year mortgage, regardless of what route you choose, you don't own it. Because at any given moment, if you don't pay those annual, quarterly tax bills, that home can be taken from you. I know, not something you really want to think about on graduation. Sounds kind of gloomy, but I want you to understand the concept of ownership. That home that you've spent time with purchasing and improving and doing all these things, you never own it. You don't own anything that can be taken away from you. And what do I mean by that? Material possessions, things that you acquire, jobs, everything that you can purchase, it can be taken away from you. You don't own it. But the one thing you do own, and I want you to hold on to this throughout your life, you own your decisions. That's right. You own your decisions. What do I mean by that? The decisions to be a responsible person. You own that. The decision to further your education, which I hope you all are considering, you own that. And your education is something that cannot be taken away from you. Your education is yours. You own it. The decision to bet on yourself. Everyone in every walk of life wants to be whatever they dreamed of being. But one of the things that most people don't consider when they're coming out of school is actually entrepreneurship. You can bet on yourself. There's an idea, there's a gift inside of you that's dying to come out. So you don't have to work for someone else. You can work for yourself. Bet on yourself. That's a decision that you make. And the final decision is to respond positively to those curveballs in life. You know, I played baseball, and one of the things that used to baffle me when I was at bat was the curveball. That's because it took a different angle as it approached my position that I was standing at the plate. And sometimes it would brush you back, or sometimes you will fall down because the angle that it came at you, the curve. And when life throws you those curves, you have to make the decision to stand strong, stand firm in your position, and knock it out of the park. So the decisions that you make in life are things that you own. You have to own your decision. The decision to be a good person, the decision to be a good husband or wife, the decision to be a parent, the decision to be a great parent. Those are decisions that you must own in life. And then the second thing that I want to share with you as I close, there's a life philosophy that I follow. It's carried me throughout my life, and I hope that it carries you throughout yours as well. That's the life philosophy of learn, grow, go. And what do I mean by that? Every situation in life, whether it's good or bad, there's something that you can learn from it. One of the speakers earlier talked about when computers are made, the people who, as Steve Jobs, when he was making computers, he failed several times before he finalized that Apple computer. He learned from every experience that he had, every loss, every win. He learned from those. So I want you to learn from every experience in life. Then you need to grow through every experience in life. That's right. Everything that you go through and you learn from, there should be some subsequent growth that follows that learning plateau that you're on. And then the final thing I want you to do is go forward from every decision in life. You cannot waste time looking back. Those things that you go through, you learn from them, then you grow through them. And once you've grown through them, you go forward from them. There's a story in a wonderful historical book that I love called the Bible, where a couple was being fled from captivity, and it was said to them, do not look back or you'll turn into a pillar of salt. Well, the wife decided to look back, and she turned into a pillar of salt. She didn't go forward from the situation that she was in. So carry that without you throughout your life. Learn, grow, go. And we want to celebrate you. We love you. The sky is the limit. There's nothing out there that you cannot do. And don't let anyone tell you you can't. Congratulations, class of 2020. You've made it, but there's so much more for you to do, and we're waiting for you. God bless you.
Oh, wow.
Yes, thank you.
Woo-hoo. That was powerful. That was powerful. Thank you, Dr. Bouie, for those powerful words to the class of 2020. And we appreciate you for taking your time out your schedule today to give those wise words for them to live by. Our last speaker is Lorna L.A. Lewis, who pre-recorded a special message for our graduates today. You will hear her message a little later in the show.
We would like to salute graduates of the class of 2020. Here is my shout out. A very big shout out to my beloved son, Landon Haskins, who graduated from the 6th grade and is now headed to middle school. Yay, Landon! Your dad and I are so very proud of you, and we wish you continued success. Also, my cousin Tori Tolson graduated from Surrattsville High School and is headed to Salem Community College. My niece Jada Austin graduated from Fairmont Heights High School and is headed to Montgomery County Community College for 2 years, and then she's off to North Carolina Central University. My niece Kennedy just graduated from pre-K, and she's headed to kindergarten. Shout out to Solomon Sidbury, who graduated from Jefferson Academy Middle School in Washington, D.C., and is headed to Dunbar High School. Congrats, Solomon. Last but not least, we have siblings, Haley Elizabeth Dowdell, who graduated from Our Lady of Good Counsel High School in Maryland. She is headed to St. John's University. And her brother, Nicholas Sean Colin Dowdell, graduated from St. Peter's only, and he is now headed to his sister's alumni school, Our Lady of Good Counsel High School. So congratulations to the both of them as well, and all of the class of 2020.
Absolutely. Congratulations to the following graduates of the class of 2020. Whether you are graduating from high school, college, or elementary or middle school, you've earned it. We celebrate you. I have to send a very special shout out to my nephew, Daryl Harrison III, aka Trey. Graduated from Chicago Bulls Prep High School, and he will be attending NIU in the fall. Congratulations to my cousin, Genesis Johnson. He graduated from Choctaw County High School. And congratulations to my cousin, Taylor Carter. She is a Spelman graduate. She is a Spelman woman. Congratulations to her. And congratulations to all those who graduated in May and in June. As you embark on this next milestone in your education, in your journey of life. It's a beautiful experience. For the class of 2020, I dare you to chase your greatness. Give yourself permission. Be happy, dream, be ambitious, make mistakes that you will learn from. Don't beat yourself up. You are one person who has so many options to be great at what you do. Shine on, class of 2020. On behalf of Sistah's Place, we congratulate you and we honor you for all of your accomplishments.
Thank you so much to all of our special guests today, Aretha Tatum, Gina Wilson, Dr. Bouie, and to Lorna L.A. Lewis, who will close our show out today with her special words for the class of 2020.
Selena, do you have some special words for the class of 2020 before we go on?
My special words, oh, wow. Well, we salute you all in this historic, unprecedented time. You work extremely hard. We are all very proud of you. Keep working hard, keep pushing ahead and moving forward, and keep smiling. You deserve it. You are our future, and our future will improve because of you. Thank you so much for all of your hard work throughout this school year. And may you be blessed in many more years to come.
Absolutely. Man, I'm just floored. Thank you all for being a part of today's show. Aretha, Gina, Archie, and Lorena from a distance. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedules to be a part of today's show. Let me just give a little bit about Lorna L.A. Lewis. She is the mastermind of Changing Lives the Right Way. She's a national best-selling author, speaker, screenwriter, producer, and CEO of LCL Publishing, LLC. Lorna L.A. Lewis will be our last speaker before we premiere the exclusive of Shameia Crawford song written for graduates of the class of 2020 titled I Made It. Thank you all again, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Until next time, be blessed and continue to excel and spread your wings and fly high.
Hello, class of 2020, and congratulations on accomplishing your goals. Now, I know your school year didn't end the way you'd hoped, but I've learned that it's a waste of time and energy to focus on things that we cannot change. Instead, we move ahead and focus on those things that we can change. For instance, life. You have a whole future ahead of you waiting to be lived. Now, as an author and as an educator, I felt it was my duty to teach you, maybe for the last time, your ABCs. Now, I won't be teaching the ABCs, the A says ah, like I taught my kindergartners way back when. These are the ABCs of life. But like my kindergartners, I hope you use these skills that I'm about to share with you and carry them as you go throughout your future. So we're going to jump right in. A, attitude. Sometimes your attitude will open doors that your talent couldn't. B, be better. Each day, strive to be better than the day before. C, chase your dreams as if your life depended on it. D, deliver. Be a person of integrity and always deliver on your promises. E, enjoy every experience life has to offer you. F, financial education is your best friend. It's never too soon to start learning it. G, gratitude. Start your day and end your night by giving thanks. H, humble yourself. No matter how big you get in life, always have an humble spirit. I, ignore the naysayers. What do they know? J, Jesus. If you don't know him, now will be a good time to get to know him. And if you do know him, keep spending time with him. K, knowledge is and forever will be the most important tool you could own. L, listen to understand, not to respond. M, manifest the life you want to live through your thoughts and actions. N, never stop trying. O, open your mind to new ideas. P, procrastination is a dirty act. Don't do it. Q, quit second guessing yourself. R, remember the life lessons you learned from your parents and your teachers. You'll be telling them to your own children one day. S, silence. Know when to use it and when to speak up for what you believe in. T, trust the process. Everything won't make sense in the beginning, but as you get older, it all comes together. U, understand that no one ever said accomplishing your dreams would be easy, but you don't need it to be easy. You need it to be possible. V, vote. Never miss an opportunity to let your voice be heard through your vote. W, walk, don't run through life. Remember, it's a journey, not a race. X, excellence. Aristotle says, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Y, you only live once. YOLO, make every second count. And last, but certainly not least, Z, zest, which means loving your life and living it well. Once again, class of 2020, I want to extend my sincere congratulations to you. I hope and I pray that your days are filled with joy and happiness. I hope that you strive for your dreams. I hope that you never let anyone stop you from doing what it is God has placed in your heart to do. I hope that you find joy in everything that you do. I hope that you find love. I hope that you find the meaning, the purpose of your life. And I hope that you live it to the fullest. These are my words to you and my sincere prayer for you. Have a great rest of the year and remember that the best is yet to come.
It's been tough, but it's over. When I look back down the road, I start crying. 'Cause I made it, I kept going. I built up the strength to keep fighting when I felt alone. No one deserves it more than me. My dream is my reality. Another chapter of my life has started. I made it, I finished. I pinch myself, it's finally happening. Conquer the highs and all the lows, I'm still standing. I belong because I'm breathing. It matters not where you come from, there's a place for you. No one deserves it more than me. My dream is my reality. Another chapter